Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the second Magnolia Street TV podcast.
Number 2.
Yeah, the first one was a success. Hopefully you love the commercials. We're going to do the same thing this one. We should have 4 commercials evenly spaced throughout this.
Hopefully so.
It's going to be good. First, I want to let everyone in on a little inside joke between us about a guy we call Barefoot Billy. Right? There's this person across...
He haunts my dreams.
Yeah, he lives across from Tyler. We're at Tyler's house right now. We call him Barefoot Billy because the first time we saw him, he was sprinting down the road in broad daylight. Or was it at night?
I think it was at night, but all you heard was the footsteps.
Yeah, like wet slaps of his feet on like concrete, and it made me like cringe a little bit.
Yeah.
And so we just started calling him Barefoot Billy. And we were outside today before Noah got here. We haven't told you. Tyler swears that he heard his parents call him Billy.
His dad.
Like because we named him Barefoot Billy because like alliteration, like
Yeah,
he was
BB.
barefoot and then Billy. What else do you call him? But his name might actually be Billy.
His dad literally hollered, "Billy!"
That would be pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah, Tyler heard it. I didn't hear it, but I'm trusting Tyler until we
90%
get more
positive that's what he
information.
said, and I'm sticking to it. So.
Yeah, it's the legend of Barefoot Billy. We're really thinking about doing a skit about Barefoot Billy. So if you see a skit with like a barefoot creature terrorizing a neighborhood, you'll know where it came from.
Barefoot Billy.
Yes. So Valentine's Day just passed. St. Patrick's Day is coming up. What's your favorite holiday? I'm asking both of you.
No, take the floor.
I think the only reason St. Patrick's Day is popular is to drink, and I don't really drink, so, and I don't have a girlfriend, so it would be Valentine's Day. So, I don't know. Maybe more of the more major ones, basic like Christmas or Thanksgiving.
Pick one. You can only have one holiday. You get to have it twice a year, but that's the only holiday you can have.
It'd probably be Christmas, because that's when baby Jesus was born,
Okay.
and then it's because you get to eat a lot, but you do that on Thanksgiving, but you also get presents. So
That's a good one.
it is kind of
Yeah, because it's a mix. Like it's not as big of like a food fest.
Yeah, but it's still
as
enough,
Thanksgiving.
you get to look forward to it.
Yeah, there's leftovers and stuff. It's like a meal that keeps giving.
Yeah.
After,
Yeah,
and then you get presents.
Exactly.
So that's good. What about you?
I would have to go with Christmas also. Not really because of the presents or anything, but like just the atmosphere and that time of year. Everything just feels like really good.
Yeah, it's like it's happy.
About the holidays, yeah. You got the Christmas music, that plays in October, and so on. And then just being with your family and the meals and stuff like that's also pretty good. So
Nice. Christmas is a solid pick. Nothing wrong with that.
I enjoy Christmas and the cooler weather.
Yeah.
But yours is Halloween.
Mine is Halloween.
It's a close second for me.
Halloween is so much fun. Like as a kid, it's always just been a kind of a night to rebel in a way. Like I remember with like neighborhood friends of mine, we would meet at my house because I lived in like a pretty big neighborhood, and we would all bring 2 or 3 costumes sometimes, and we would just like make multiple laps. Like we would go around the entire neighborhood once pretty early, and we would get an idea of like this house is giving out this type of candy, this house is giving out crap, and then just kind of like streamline it from there. Come back with a second round, and then literally go as long as we can.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember doing that. And then like as you got older, it was all about like scaring other kids and stuff, and that was always fun. I had the neighbor that lived behind me was a kid. He's probably like 3 years older than me, and one year he dressed up as Michael Myers, and he met at my neighbor's house because she kind of has like woods leading up to her front porch in a way, and he would hide in the woods like as the littlest kids that could possibly be afraid of Michael Myers would come walking up with their parents, and he would just like stroll out with he had a real butcher's knife too. He was probably like 13 at the time, and I remember one time we're hanging out in front of my house, and like you just hear this big commotion beside it, and apparently he tried to scare a group of people, and the chaperone was a mom. She was an off-duty cop. She was a cop and she was off duty, and she like drew her gun on him and like made him lay in the ditch and stuff. It was it's good fun. But I like Halloween. It's just like the atmosphere.
Yeah.
I like spookier stuff.
Yeah, I like that time period too.
It's good.
It's good atmosphere.
You know, candy is like a life. It's good no matter what age.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
I mean, the last 3 or 4 months are pretty good. You know, you got Halloween, and then you got Thanksgiving, and then
Christmas.
And then New Year's. So
yeah. Okay.
4 months pretty
And
good.
New Year's resolutions.
Yeah. All right. What holiday would you like? Not
like a minor one.
so. Okay. Well, let's name the big ones like New Year's Day, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween.
4th of July or Independence Day.
Okay. Let's start with that. Remove one of those. Never have it again. You can never celebrate it again.
I would take out Thanksgiving then.
Really? What? Wow.
Why?
I don't know why. Why shouldn't I? We have Independence Day, which is like the reason we're all here. Edit that out.
Okay. It's staying in.
Thanksgiving and Christmas are so similar. Like you're with family, you're having a lot of food and stuff. So I love Thanksgiving too, but like Halloween can't go because that's like an awesome time.
That's not even on.
Right.
That's really not even
right.
on.
So I'm left with like one holiday to take out, and that's gonna be Thanksgiving. So.
Wow.
I mean, obviously it's a big deal. It's a big holiday, but
Dude, mine might be 4th of July or New Year's. Like New Year's has never excited me.
Yeah,
I
New
could care
Year's.
less.
I mean,
I didn't think about that.
Let me go.
I forgot about that one. Hold on.
Is it?
No, don't really. Hold on. Just
I just like eating. I like eating a lot of food, so
Yeah,
obviously. So
I think Thanksgiving has to stay for me. Man.
okay.
I mean,
Let me rewind. New Year's Day goes because why do we even need to like celebrate the start of the new year?
That's what I'm talking about.
It's like.
I mean, I could get down with New Year's Day because I don't really celebrate it. You know, sometimes I buy fireworks and but that's about it. But honestly, I could get rid of Halloween.
Get the fuck out of here.
Like it's.
Get
I mean,
out.
I don't because I don't. I mean, I definitely don't celebrate it anymore. You know, I'll get candy and stuff
That's
like
true.
that. I don't decorate or anything anymore. So
We can't really go trick or treating.
You
it's
absolutely.
not socially acceptable.
Okay.
You definitely could. No, but
Yeah, you can, but it's frowned upon.
So I don't know. I mean, it'd definitely be between that and New Year's Eve, but I don't want to copy y'all. So I'm gonna say Halloween because if I say 4th of July, everybody's gonna hate me.
Honestly, I might be weird, but like to me, that is the weirdest decision. I don't know.
Really? I mean, I like Halloween, but it's I like the spooky stuff, all the movies that come on, but
I get you.
But like it's just Halloween itself. I guess I like everything around Halloween, how it gets spooky, but the holiday itself, I don't celebrate that night. Like it's just I don't.
Well, yeah. I mean, just like Christmas. Christmas is like a month-long event. It's like all of December and a little bit after. It's like that's part. I consider that part of Christmas. You know what I mean? You got the music.
That's true.
The family's not. Most people meet with their family like before Christmas, anyways.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve or whatever.
I'll say Halloween just to remain different.
That's right. It's pretty good, but
Yeah, I would say at this point, to go along with that, like Halloween's kind of annoying in a way. Like, I love like everything about Halloween, but like now that I'm older and I come home and like kids are all over the neighborhood and people come to my door and I'm just trying to relax or something like that. Because I'm not celebrating it, obviously. It's pretty annoying to me, but like the movies and candy and all that's all good stuff.
See, like I'm not gonna. I think giving out candy would be annoying. I hope I'm financially stable enough to where I can just put a crap ton of candy out and just trust that, like...
It's going to go to one kid. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, props to him,
Right.
Whatever. But, how do I say this? So, it would be really cool if my house could have, like... I want to be that house on the block where, like, people make up legends. Like, that's Old Man Jones. He's gonna you know what I mean?
Like I heard somebody died over there.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I want my house to be on the block. I want kids to be too afraid to come up and get candy from me.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's what I want.
So what's your actual elimination?
New Year's Day, for sure.
Okay, so 2 New Year's Days, 1 Halloween?
Yeah, stupid holiday.
Yeah.
Agreed. What's up everyone, my name's Dan from Dan's Dojo. Are you tired of being a little sissy pants? Well, I'm here to teach you some wicked moves. With my awesome 6-week training program, I'm going to teach you some tactical moves, just like this. I'm going to teach you how to disarm a bad guy. Jesus Christ, let it go. This is how you stop a melee attack. teach you how to break out of a headlock in only 2 moves. Time up! Time up! I'll teach you to punch like a champion. Dude, come on! And kick like one too. Screw this, man. I'm out. And I even have a course for you ladies too. If you want to give the ass whooping of a lifetime, come on down to Dan's Dojo.
Hi, I'm Walter. My friends call me Walt though. I like foreign foods like spice salami, pepper jack cheese, and Captain Crunch cereal. My turnoffs are anybody that wears a double-piece bathing suit, or anybody that drives a 2004 white Mustang GT. My ideal day would be going to Chuck E. Cheese to get a full pizza, half cheese, half pepperoni. Of course, I would eat the cheese, you would eat the pepperoni. After that, we'd play a few games and go home to watch season 3 of MASH. My future consists of me leasing lawnmowers to war veterans, owning 3 dogs, 2 females, and 1 male. And I cannot have children, for medical reasons. My ideal candidate would have long curly blonde hair, own multiple red dresses, preferably more than 6, and also really like the Bee Gees. So if this sounds like an agreeable arrangement, please contact me and thank you for your time. But the Rockets, not the not the basketball team, but the Elon Musk, the Rockets went off, you know. But
did we talk about that last podcast? Or no, that hadn't happened.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, so Elon Musk, have you seen his designs for what he wants to do to Mars and the moon? Like his bases?
I've only heard of stuff.
I need the whole rundown of the whole Elon Musk thing because I'm kind of behind on that.
He's pretty cool. I like
so
reading about him.
He sent his own rockets.
So yeah, well, I don't know if he's the only owner of SpaceX is pretty much like the private version of NASA.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So you have NASA, which is like government funded. They're kind of slow. They have to get approval and budgets, where SpaceX is completely private run. So owners in the company, et cetera, they're able to do stuff quicker. Anyways, Elon Musk recently just launched a space shuttle called Falcon Heavy, which is like, apparently can have like 3 times more than the NASA space shuttle, like the classic NASA space shuttle you see. And his plan is that eventually he's gonna send people to Mars, like little tiny pods are gonna pop out of the Falcon Heavy, land on Mars, and like unfold into a base, and then just he pretty much like had a mock drawing of a city on Mars, and he's like,
it's crazy.
And apparently with Falcon Heavy, you could reach Mars in like 150 days. 150 to 300 days.
Man, that's crazy.
Which is, I guess, not that long. Especially when you're talking about Mars, which is pretty far.
Yeah.
But he also said, you know, he's pretty sure he said, it's 2017, we should have a base on the moon too. And so he's also designing little pods to colonize the moon too. It's pretty crazy.
Dang, man.
That's crazy.
Getting the ball in motion, ain't it?
Yeah. And he also, as a joke, like sent his Tesla Roadster to Mars to put in orbit.
Nice.
But I think it missed. It either went short or too far.
Huh.
Either way.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. I mean, he's just cool in general to read about. Like, not even with the space or anything. It's just like, what's so funny? I coughed earlier.
You stuttered. I just stuttered.
I coughed earlier. That's when it was a dry spot in my throat. I started, but I mean, yeah, like, because he doesn't even just do that with the space. He has the flamethrowers. He started selling the flamethrowers. That's what I want to buy. It's like $500.
They're going for eBay for like $3,000 right now.
Yeah, because they're out of stock now. Yeah.
How crazy is that though? To just like create and fund and put out your own flamethrowers when we're like, I'm not gonna go there, but just like anybody can get their hands on a flamethrower nowadays.
Yeah, I think they're limited. Like the government limits them. Like they can't go more than 20 feet or something.
Right.
Yeah, that's how they got around it. It's like under a certain range.
5 to 10 foot spray range or something like
that.
That's still insane.
Still sick though. It's like you start like fires, you know.
Yeah.
But the good thing, hopefully, like someone who can spend $500 to either old enough to not do something dumb. Because like a kid, you're not gonna be able to shell out $500.
Right.
What, you buy one?
Maybe back then, but
I couldn't afford $500 as a kid, dude. No way. Especially for a flamethrower. I can do it with an axe.
Yeah.
And a lighter.
We just used to go out with like a spray can and a lighter.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's way more dangerous too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I never had a lot of money up until like probably high school. When I started working, like as a kid, I got allowance like $20, but it was never like now. Like at times, I can buy like a flamethrower. I can buy stupid stuff, but like I mean, I know like as a kid, you know, like my parents give me money for food or like something like that, but I can never have anything like that. But a flamethrower, I'm pretty. I don't know. Like I didn't have money then to buy the flamethrower, but I probably would have pre-ordered one if I.
But it's also like Bitcoin. It just keeps going up. You could have bought it for $500.
Yeah, that's true. Well, hopefully he makes more.
I don't know, man.
Like a second gen.
Yeah, second version next year.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe it'll be like a stand selling them on Mars. Or something. You have to go to Mars to like buy it.
Right, we're going maybe.
No, seriously. I mean, it sounds like that's why he launched Falcon Heavy. Is that was a test flight of it.
Huh.
So like now it passed. It's all good.
Because the rockets, they shot up and then they bought it into space and they landed perfectly back. Like they didn't just like
no
usually,
one
missed, but I think there was 3 that launched. I think there's 3 rockets.
Well, there's 3 sections. There's the main section and there's 2.
Yeah, right.
And the 2 little booster things, they go and land down on like floating. No, yeah, they land on floating platforms, and the main part lands on a floating ship. It's like an automated ship that just like goes and finds it, and it's supposed to land perfectly. But I think the test it messed up and it either blew up or something. And then also
I didn't make it back.
SpaceX released an entire video of every time a booster rocket or space shuttle has like failed the landing and just exploded on impact. It was really cool. Like it's really cool that they released a 3-minute montage of like millions and millions of dollars of explosions and stuff. Just stuff going wrong. Like the rocket will be coming back down to land, and like the last second, the propulsion that's like keeping it hovering just gives out and it just explodes. Which is why the ship isn't manned, because like it would just kill everyone.
Yeah.
It's just really cool that they're like, hey, laugh at our mistakes, and they had like funny music over it and stuff.
That's pretty cool. Because like 30 years ago, like it was, if you send a rocket out, it's not going back. Like you can recover parts of it, but now the rockets are like landing right back where they took off at. So
yeah,
pretty sick. He's moving.
Well, no, they recovered the space shuttle a few times, I think.
I mean, they recover like the capsule and stuff.
Yeah,
but, I mean, pretty much if you send the majority of the shuttle will be like, well, we're not getting that back, you know, like. So I mean, he's making some pretty good strides, I'd say.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He's a cool to read about. Like he could be like an evil genius, really. He's a good guy, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, like he's one of those millionaires. Like I'm gonna launch a laser into space or something like that. But
yeah, it's funny. He's super against artificial intelligence.
Yeah, I think
like,
I read that too.
Computers becoming like sentient, where they realize they're a thing and can have free thought.
Right.
He legit thinks that's a real fear that we should be worried about.
All the movies portray that. So
Yeah.
Well, like that's crazy.
They gotta be onto something.
Like out of all people that are on Earth that are like talking about all robots are gonna take over, coming from Elon Musk, it has some weight because he's actually like intelligent and knows what he's talking about.
And has technology at his disposal. So.
And he's like, no, for real, stop. Because it's gonna happen, and it's crazy.
I mean, I guess maybe because I can't imagine it. Because I mean, you know, you have Siri and stuff, but I guess I just can't imagine technology getting that advanced where it starts thinking.
The thing on Twitter,
the lady
that 4chan attacked and like taught it to be racist, pretty much.
Yeah,
but that thing was a self-learning program. It was learning about humans and about how we think. And it was able to like it. It definitely wasn't that level that Elon Musk was worried about, but that's computers can learn. There was the thing where they attached these weird shapes to this computer sensor, and like a motherboard and stuff like that, and the computer had the ability to like move its arms and stuff. Like, it had like little arms and stuff, and it learned its shape. Like you could see it testing like its arm, like moving back and forth, and hitting up against stuff, and realize where its joint stopped and where its end stopped. and it was able to figure out how it could move. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's really insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because that one, I can't remember her name. She has like a name, like the robot lady. I've seen her like on Twitter and Facebook, and like now that I think about it, she's actually pretty creepy to like watch. Cause she kind of, I mean, she has like a real face. I mean, she doesn't look super realistic, but she has a real face, and like you ask her something, and she'll like stare like that for a minute, and then she'll like, it's kind of creepy now that I think about it. She has like this super robotic thing, and it's like, I don't know, but yeah, I guess I see where he's coming from now that I think about it, but yeah, he is a pretty, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess he knows what he's talking about.
Hey everyone, it's Brandon McCarn here from Brandon McCarn's Mercedes-Benz Tuscaloosa, and boy do I have a deal for you. Brand new 2018, 2019, and 2006 Mercedes-Benz available for purchase today. So stop on by. We're located off I-40, off exit 26. You go to the exit, you take a right, go down the road a little bit, there's a gas station. I think it's a BP, I'm not sure though. If you reach Auburn, you've gone too far. So turn around and come on down to Brandon McCarn's Mercedes-Benz Tuscaloosa. And for a free limited time offer, today only, if you come by, you get a free game day sign with every purchase. Let me show you a few of my favorites. Go Alabama, Roll Tide Roll, and my personal favorite, Auburn is not a real institutional learning facility. But wait, there's more. With every new purchase of a brand new Mercedes-Benz, you get one free Krispy Kreme donut while supplies last. Oh wow, Brandon McCarn, that's a fantastic deal. Yeah, you're absolutely right, person I've never met before. So come on by and see your old pal, Brandon McCarn from Brandon McCarn Mercedes-Benz Tuscaloosa. I hope I see you today or a time that's best convenient for you.
Hey everybody, I'm Chef Dowerson. Welcome back to 5 Minute Meals. Today we're making cream LeBisque out of my brand new cookbook found in 7-Eleven or wherever else they sell books. Let's get right on into it. So, step 1, let's get the eggs in the pot. A little bit of shell there, adds crunch for later, it's okay. Next we're going to get some milk. Make sure it's cold. That's good. Alright, next we're going to put that with the eggs in the pot. Now, whisk it out a little bit before you put the flour in. That way you can still see the egg yolk. Next we're going to do the flour. Not too much flour. I'll do a personal discretion. I like to put my hand in there because it's my flour. It's pretty good. That's good. Alright, now let's get started with mixing now that we have the flour in there. I'm going to even it out a little bit. Oh, I'll drop my spoon. Okay, now let's get back to it. Let's get some good oil first. We're going to do this. I'm going to pour a little bit in here. Nobody ever likes when I go over, but I like going over just to make sure. Now, put that in there. Now, it's looking pretty good. I'm going to whisk it a little bit. Don't whisk it too much. You still want to see the egg yolk. Okay, that's good. Now, I'll do a little thing. This is weird. I like to use banana. It's really good. I like to use the skin. It's a secret recipe, you know. Just get a little bit like that. That should be good. You want to like thick slices like that. 3 slices is pretty good. That's pretty good too. And then we'll put this in the oven. I'm going to preheat the oven whatever you want. I'd say about 20 minutes or so should be good enough. And we'll come back when that's done. And now that we're back, we're going to go in the oven. Y'all are in for a treat. My God, it looks delicious. Now, if you have a sweet tooth like me, I like to put a little bit of whipped cream on it. All right, that looks pretty good. If you don't have a spoon around, it's fine. Just use one of your spare things, kind of like recycling. Wow. This turned out amazing. Guys, I love this meal. Hope you did too. Remember to pick up my book in stores, 7-Eleven, wherever else they sell books. I hope you have a great day.
I feel like it's a real possibility that like we could like outdo what we expect to do, and then it could turn against us or work against us in a way. Like with computers and whatnot taking over like jobs and technology and stuff like that, and then like at some point there's no turning back from that. So
yeah, it's true. I think what Elon Musk was talking about that too, of like, he, not necessarily to fear robots taking over jobs, because there's always, as long as you know how to work on,
yeah,
there always has to be a human working on the robotic arms and stuff like that, until like robot mechanics come out.
right.
We're good. Is that then we're screwed?
Robots repairing robots.
Yeah, because then at that point it's like you're useless.
Yeah, I mean,
Relax.
I know, like, compared to that, and when I was in middle school, you know, I had, like, the robotics class, and it was just, like, a little laser made out of Legos, and it was just, like, that seems so elementary compared to now to what...
They insulted you, like...
I mean, yeah,
Hey,
because
kids.
it's like robotics class, and it was, like, we had to build a Lego, and then, like, it followed a little tape, a little piece of tape, and, like, it was like, oh, this is cool, and then 10 years later, or 5 years, whatever, however long it's been, it's just, like, yeah, well, now we have people, like, robots who can kill people and stuff like that. So, yes, maybe I should have known that, but, like, you know, went along with that and we could have made some money, but it's crazy now, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, so that was definitely pretty weird, but, and now that I also think about it, my robotics teacher was definitely creepy.
Was he or she a robot?
He wasn't a robot, like, not creepy like that, like, he was just, like, an old guy, always listening to, like, classic rock, and, but, like,
Sounds like a robot.
Probably.
I mean, he might have been. He had actually had a secret room, and it was it was a circular. It was a circular thing, and like
That's where he like puts his skin on.
Yeah.
You know how like what kind of doors are they? Where the doors spin around? It's like a hotel or something like that.
Revolving door.
Yeah, he had something like that, but half of it was blocked off, so you couldn't see through it. So you know, he would go in there and turn it into a little office. And, like, I never knew it was in there, but it was super, like, you know, he'd come in there and, like, he would come out and be, hey, what's going on? It's like, dude, what are you hiding in there? Like, definitely got something weird going on, but he was definitely...
He was there to, like, oil up and charge and
yeah,
stuff.
I mean, he was weird, but he was really laid back, but I know, like, I think I was in 9th or 10th grade. I mean, I had left middle school, and he just, like, he stopped teaching there, and nobody ever found out what happened. I mean, I never knew what happened to him, so he just left.
His skin ripped. His exoskeleton got too big.
Obviously.
He got made, so
Yeah. But
he
I mean,
vanished.
yeah, middle school. That probably wasn't the only creepy teacher I had in middle school. That definitely wasn't the only creepy teacher I had at all, but I think my middle school years traumatized me because, well, my middle schools for me sucked because we had the uniforms, and I hate wearing uniforms. I can't stand it.
I never experienced that.
Really?
Not me either.
It sucks. Like, I mean, because in middle school, you know, you're like super expressive. You have, you know, you go through that phase, or it's like you listen to like heavy metal, you know. But so I mean, for me, it definitely sucked because you know I listen to like metal music and not really, but I listen to Rage Against the Machine, you know, good band, top 3. But you know, yeah, the uniforms and all that, and then you know I was also super awkward because you're in middle school. But middle school for me definitely sucked just because you know the teachers are super strict, uniform, all that. I hated it, but I'm trying to think of the other teachers I had because he was a creepy one. I know there's also a weird one, and then my orchestra teacher and my band teacher. The school is just hiring weirdos. I kind of want to tweet at them sometimes on my Twitter and be like, hey,
why do you have a Twitter?
Was it middle school?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, everybody has a Twitter now. Like,
Yeah, man, it's 2018.
Yeah, but middle. What are they gonna tweet? Like,
I don't know, like
lunch
football
today
games or
is
something?
spaghetti.
Yeah, like
exactly.
something like that. I
Really?
don't know.
Is that real? Really?
Parent-teacher conference, like
Yeah,
on the
stuff like
state.
updates, you know, but
What parents are you?
To all the hip parents that have Twitter, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know many, but I wanted to tweet at them like, hey, how many weirdos did y'all hire this year? I kind of want to do that
Okay.
still.
Can you make that form public, please?
I would definitely screenshot it. I
No,
know.
I'm saying like, make their weirdo hiring.
Oh yeah. Can y'all make this public?
But it wasn't. Yeah, my bad joke.
But I know, and I also know I didn't get that much trouble in middle school, but I remember it was probably the worst trouble I ever got in. It was right when Facebook got popular in I think 7th grade or 8th grade, so I was like 13 or 14, and on the school page on my Facebook I said I whatever you call it on Facebook, I went on their page and I said y'all are stupid. And so, you know, and I was at my friend's house, so I didn't think anything of it. And the next day, I was in class, and the teacher came in, like, Noah, Mr. Pearson, he was one of the assistant principals. Mr. Pearson was to see you, and I never spoke to him. I was like, oh, okay. So I went up into his office, and I just sat down, and I didn't know what, I had no idea, I wasn't expecting anything. And he was like, so you want to tell me what you did on Facebook? And I'm like, what are you talking? And I was like, oh, I did that, didn't I? And then he was acting like it was a super big deal. Like I threatened somebody. He was just like,
y'all are stupid.
yeah, I said y'all are stupid, and then I don't even think I spelled y'all right because it's supposed to have an apostrophe. I just put YALL, and then like another teacher came in. I was like, am I gonna get arrested or something like? I was like freaking out, and then but then he said, I'm gonna call your parents, and I knew my parents wouldn't care, so he called them. He called my mom, and he was like, do you realize your son said y'all are stupid on our Facebook page? And she was like, okay. Like, like she was just like, so what do you want to do? And like, pretty much they found out that they couldn't do anything because it was like online, so I didn't even get in trouble. So get out of that pretty smoothly. But I really wasn't a troublemaker. I didn't mean to cut you off, but
nah, you were finishing up. But speaking of getting in trouble, like pre-technology and social media and stuff like that, back in like elementary school, probably 4th grade, I had heard this really, I'm like, what is the word? Where you can be influenced, I guess, because I'm so young. I heard a bad, like an adult joke, I guess, back then, and me and this other kid were talking, and another kid we were angry at or whatever, so I was like, hey, you should like tell him this joke, so I write on a piece of paper, and the joke was, you're, oh shit, pass. I don't know. I can't think of it. Oh, God dang it. Oh yeah. Here it goes. The joke. Your mom is just like a brick. She's flat, she's dirty, and she gets laid by a Mexican. So I wrote that on a piece of paper, and I guess the teacher saw it as like a note pass or whatever. So like, no, the kid saw that
I might have to bleep that out.
I was like, you can't see that.
I'm gonna bleep that.
Okay, so blah, blah, so anyways, the kid found out that like we were talking smack about it or whatever, and told the teacher that I had like written something on a piece of paper. So I had to take it to the teacher. She read it. She sent me to the principal's office, and I'm crying and stuff like that because I was like way over my head at that point. And anyways, I don't remember what the exact discipline was, but I'm pretty sure I got in a good bit of trouble for doing that. And yeah, good times.
Wow.
And then there was one other time I got in trouble in high school. Not one other time, but another time that I can think of. I had actually, me and this other friend, we were being rebellious. This was in high school. And we decided to go a different direction to lunch than like what they expected us to go. Like we had a specific hall we were supposed to go down.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're
so
a badass.
yeah, right. So and it wasn't even that big of a deal. So we went like we were just like, yeah, let's go this way. Let's take this hall. So we go like this way instead of this way, and I guess we got busted. We evaded the hall monitor guy, and then we're hiding in the cafeteria, and I'm like asking this dude like, hey, give me your jacket, because I had like this very striped, noticeable shirt on, and the guy's like, as he's scanning the crowds, the guy's like slowly taking off his jacket because he was like not trying to be any part of that, and then they busted me, and I actually got suspended that day and the next day out of school for
Just for that?
Just for going the wrong way to lunch, yeah, and evading the hall monitor. Pretty silly for high school.
That's crazy.
It was like 11th.
High school?
That was
High
like 11th
school?
grade.
Golly.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That was like 11th
Oh my
grade.
gosh.
Jeez.
I thought you were going to say like in middle school or something. Even then, that's ridiculous.
I was suspended a bunch in middle school. I got a lot of trouble in middle school. I was a hellion. But then in high school, I didn't get in any trouble at all.
That's interesting.
I kind of grew up in that time frame too. Like I got in trouble then and one other time, but I was really bad, like you were saying, like in my younger days. High school, I kind of just like mellowed out.
Yeah, I'm pretty I had like a extortion ring on the bus in 5th grade. I'm pretty sure. I'm not gonna explain. I'll explain that story in another podcast. We're almost out of time, but like I was really bad as like a kid, and then in high school, I don't know, I was fine. Graduated with a almost 4.0. Didn't miss a single day of school.
I don't think I ever really got in trouble. I mean, there was a few isolated incidents, but I never got suspended or anything like that. I know in elementary school, my parents would always eat with me on lunch because I hated I hated pretty much everything up until high school. And so they'd eat with me, and then that was time for recess. So whenever they were done eating, I would beg to go home with them. I would be like, take me home, like please, take me home. I hated school, and then they're like, we can't take you home. So I started crying, and I ran out of the school into the parking lot, and I think I was like in 2nd grade, so I didn't know what to do after that. I just sat in the parking lot, like between 2 cars. I didn't even know whose cars they were, for like probably a good 15 minutes, and I came back in, and I was like, all right, I give up. Y'all can just do whatever. So that's the story why my parents couldn't visit me in elementary school anymore, because I ran out. So
That's funny.
yeah,
That is funny.
bunch of small stories like that. Never really got in that much trouble though. Besides the y'all are stupid incident.
After this podcast, I gotta tell you a story. I cannot necessarily say it on the podcast, but related to that. But anyways, there's only been one commercial break so far. The next one's just gonna roll at the end. Thank you guys so much for watching this podcast. We hope you enjoy it. We're probably gonna do these not every month, like we said. We're probably gonna do them every other month, just to give us time to film the commercials, to film the other stuff. We do have a skit show coming out that should be around 20 minutes of our skits.
Will be before this one. Well, probably
No,
not after this one.
yeah, the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Podcast will be coming out pretty soon, relative to this. But look out for the skit show. We have some really cool ideas. We have a cop parody idea that we're really working on. I think it's gonna be a pretty big hit. But anyways,
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun.
yeah. All right. Thank you all. See y'all later.
Later.
Hey, I don't give a rat's behind if this is Burger King. I want a spaghetti and meatballs right now, okay, bud?